Hi guys, so this week's video is a mixed media illustration video, and it's an illustration of Loki. I haven't done an illustration of Loki for a while. It's because I've been trying to catch up and redraw old OCs in my new kind of style and experiment with different mediums, and I just thought this is definitely the illustration to do on my channel. Now, the inspiration for this illustration did not come until a few days ago, I have to admit. The reason why it came so late is because I hadn't been out anywhere. I had literally just sat at home, just drawing all day, no real inspiration coming in from the outside world. Obviously there's only been internet for me to be inspired by, and I think I really needed to just take a step back from everything. And the inspiration actually came from a day out that I took with my mum and my sister down to a small little town, and it was so gorgeous. The weather was lovely until it started raining when we entered a tea shop. But that tea shop was the best tea shop I've ever been to in my life. I have to recommend that tea shop so much. We had scones and they were so big, and it was just amazing. It was one of the best days out I think I've ever had. I enjoyed myself so much. We had a walk around the little town. We stopped in this park and there was this beautiful bandstand with all the flowers around. It was so sunny. There was a steam train in the background. It was just perfect inspiration. And on the way home, I was like, I can't wait to start drawing. And I came up with this illustration. Now, the illustration itself I actually did in separate parts. So I drew the bandstand in my sketchbook, I drew Loki on some layout paper, and then I drew the roses somewhere else. I can't remember where I put the roses. But it turned out really, really well, and I'm so happy with the way it turned out. It just looks really, really cool. And the teacup was actually the teacup I had at the tea shop, and it's so lovely. It has a really, really intricate, ornate design, and it was just, it was the perfect day out, and I haven't had a day that perfect. I don't know when I had one last. It was great. The materials I used for this illustration was watercolor, Copic markers, because I only used my Copic markers on this one. I didn't use any Spectrum Nors or Letrasets. I was tempted to, but I was like, I should go ahead and use my watercolors. I was originally going to use my palette watercolors, the little half pans. But I do actually have tubes of watercolor, and I thought, I haven't used those since 2013. Let's test myself and see how good I am. I don't think I'm that good, but I managed to get a pretty result out of it. I really like as I've said, I really like the way it's come out. But yeah, I also used pencil crayons just to add the detailing of the grass, because I don't know how to add the detailing of the grass with watercolor. I'm not that expert, but I really wanted to make it a mixed media illustration. I think it's really awesome. The bandstand wasn't actually blue, but I thought the blue would tie in with the blue of Loki's dress, so that's why I decided to make it blue. I'm really impressed with the roses. I can't draw flowers. I can't get my words out, I'm sorry. I just can't draw flowers. And the fact that I drew those and they actually look like roses and they look really cool makes me so happy. This illustration was just fun to do. It took 2 days. The amount of times I had to stop because I had to wait for the watercolor to dry. I also had to transport files onto my laptop, and I also had to recharge the battery of the camera at least twice over. At the end of it, there was about 6 hours of footage that I'd filmed. I dare say there was probably at least 8 hours, but I didn't film 2 hours of me just trying to add tiny little details that literally wouldn't show up much on the video anyway. So yeah. Oh, as with the sky, it's a really, really cool sunset, and I suppose this drawing could actually be classed as a contest entry for the Nero Tiamat's, because you're allowed to have 2 entries, but I don't think I really want it to be a contest entry for that, because it's supposed to be tea and not coffee. But I don't really mind if she classes it as one. So I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.